One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to John Oakwin Field in H-Town, home to the Houston Cougars. As we'll see the number 21 team in the country, the Texas Tech Red Raiders, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Houston Cougars. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Red Raiders will boot it away to start the game. Let's see what he can do with the return. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So Houston's offense will have the football first. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him one.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
They'll try the run. Breaks into the open. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
Love the play call on the RPO, and you're just really trusting this running back to be able to make a guy miss and then get into the second level. The offensive line did their job, gave him a crease, but that was the running back making that linebacker miss in the hole before getting north.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
He gets it up to midfield, forced out of bounds at the 50.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Oh, a lot of space. They get him stopped, but the big gain has him on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
The quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Now the connection takes it to the 11. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Third and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
Motion from the wideout. Direct snap. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on fourth down. So Texas Tech's offense will go to work for the first time. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
Hand off from the shotgun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They'll try to get out of trouble from inside their own 5, but they'll have to convert 3rd and 10. Dropping back, it's Fields. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, it's picked off. Not a lot on the return, but they can win with that as a
sometimes the quarterback puts that zip on it, you can hear it, and sometimes he uses the lob wedge where it takes a little time to get there. That time, he used the lob wedge, and the defender came in and made the interception. Big play for this defense, Earnit.
Looking for more room. Picks up the first down, still moving. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Now they've moved it just inside the 40. 1st and 10 from the 39. Bringing the heat. He hurls one deep down the left side. Touchdown, Cougar! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
Yeah, and that's simple, but it's not easy. It's a go route. Like that receiver's streaking straight down the outside of the field, and my job as a quarterback is to put that ball up in the air, keep it away from the safety. He does just that. Receiver comes down with the catch. Nice pitch, nice catch, touchdown.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Looking for a gap, it's Savage. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. Looking downfield, it's Fields. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. Turning on the Jets. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
He'll pull it on the read. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield. And he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Now the play fake. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Yeah, in this part of the field, man, those windows shrink, and it's hard as a quarterback sometimes to really force yourself to throw the football. You're sitting in a good spot in 2nd and goal. Just throw that thing away. Don't take the sack and put you in a bad situation.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And he feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. The holder will kneel down at the 29, making it a 39-yard attempt. Right down the boulevard. It's good. That'll bring him to within 4. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's recap that ACC matchup that has just gone final. NC State was relentless today in a road win that frankly wasn't even as close as the final score indicates. This was a vintage Wolfpack performance, one that really should instill confidence within this program. One thing we can always count on in the ACC is a spirited battle and a game that will make waves all along the Eastern Seaboard.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. The Cougars with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The lone back's got it. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Back to pass, it's Otis. Fires to the middle. Got his man. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The Cougars getting set on 1st and 10.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
And I like the defense being aggressive. They heated up that RPO. He didn't even give him time to read it. I'm getting in the backfield right now, making a play, being aggressive, bringing the fight to the offense.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it. And that's where they'll mark him, but a very productive play, and they'll move the chains. Now on 1st down from the 40. Power football with the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And the Cougars have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Pulls it in. It's Young. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Reads it, fires complete. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this 1st period. That's the end of the period, and Houston has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Down here. Going with the ground game left. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9.
42 Spider.
They'll run play action. Got his man on the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Nice completion, nice short game. Now it sets up 3rd down. And wait a minute, 3rd down now becomes, we're going to go for it on 4th down anyway, so it really doesn't matter that much. Great job getting a little chunk. Now we get to go have some fun.
Quickly complete. And boy, is he close to that 1st down. Maybe just a couple of inches short. And after that short completion, what will they do now? Just a few inches to go.
Yeah, and you wanted to get the ball out quick, and you wanted your receiver to make the play for you and get the 1st down. You don't now. Decision time, 4th and short.
Houston trying to convert on 4th down. Handoff to the fullback. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. 1st and goal now for Houston as they try to get it in. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Houston. Hello. That touchdown was a clinic in keeping your offense on the field and wearing the other defense out.
Sometimes your best defense is your own offense, being able to stay on the field. You're absolutely right, Maurice. That was a clinic. Running the ball, playing at great rhythm and pace, QB making good, smart decisions, and not shooting yourselves in the foot. No penalties, no turnovers. It doesn't get any better than that last drive.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Bryant. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3.
And you got to be careful on offense when you're dialing up the screens. You want to do them on obvious passing situations when you're anticipating the DNs really racing up the field. They didn't have it set up that time.
It's that hole for 4 and gets it out to the 16. And the Red Raiders are in the hurry-up. To the air, it's Fields. Outside the pocket, lets it go. It's caught. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. The Red Raiders come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Grab behind the line, and Savage. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. They've got him spread out on 2nd and 7, 2 wide out to either side. Back to pass. Fires to the right. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. And the Red Raiders are moving quickly down the field. Looking downfield on first down. Finds his man in the middle. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. From the gun, running back on the move. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Gets it out fast.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Off play action. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. They lost ground on first down. Now 2nd and goal from the 5. To the air, it's Fields. Going for 6. Touchdown, Red Raiders. Quick strike through the air for the score. Well, I don't know exactly what the defensive coverage was, but it certainly wasn't part of the plan to leave him that wide open.
Well, I don't think they know what their defensive coverage was either. How do you leave that big guy open down here in the red zone? You know the quarterback loves the big tight ends in this area. Really poor job by the defense.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And what you talk about on defense is speed, is penetration, getting in the backfield, making something happen. And you could tell they got in there so quick. The offense couldn't recover, couldn't do anything with them. Nice job getting the tackle for legs.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Got his man. There he goes. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. After 45 on his way. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
First down,
physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Otis. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. The Cougars started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Pulls and throws off the RPO. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal. Guys, you never want to sound the upset alert bell too early, but might be time to at least know where the button is for it.
Know where the button is, and listen, there's no need to panic yet, but if you're the unranked team, just like this, when you're...
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Houston.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, it's a 21-10 game. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 25 clash today. Baylor has the lead right now, but even though we've heard sick of a bunch, this has been a nip-and-tuck affair inside McLean Stadium. They're up by 7 over Ole Miss. Week in and week out in the SEC, it's a battle of attrition, and if anything big changes, you'll hear about it here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Wants to throw. It's Fields. Unloads to the wideout. It's complete. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Fighting off the defender. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play. The Red Raiders want to move quickly. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose. And I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, and really, really be physical. Because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
We've got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And it seems to be a lot easier for the quarterback to find this guy than it is for the defense.
Yeah, and I think this is a guy, Reese, that you can split him out and you can feel comfortable getting the football as many ways as possible because he is one of those matchup problems. Linebackers aren't going to be able to run with him, so try to find ways to maximize that little guy's speed and athletic ability.
Quickly to the tight end. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their 1st of the half. Punt is in the air. Hauls it in and looking upfield. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. Looking for space. It's Sanford. Got enough for the 1st. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's 1st down. Looking for a man. It's Otis. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. He completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up, see if they can maybe confuse this QB?
The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. On the direct snap, it's Lloyd. They finally make the stop, but the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat. They give up a big play. On the direct snap, it's Lloyd. Oh, what a move. And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Gets it out quickly. Several defenders there to get him on the ground. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. One more snap coming before halftime. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Under fire. Fires deep toward the end zone. He can't haul it in. Incomplete. They took a shot, but that's how we'll wrap up the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, many thanks. Happy to provide a break in the action to kind of pour over exactly what has transpired so far. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line.
Coming out with it, it's Bryant. He's brought down at the 16, would have been much better off to take the touchback. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive, just like they do at the start of the game. They've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
Quarterback on the keeper. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. And the Red Raiders want to crank the tempo.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot, get the first down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want to know.
He's got it down the left side. Turning it on. Touchdown, Red Raiders. And here they come, almost all the way back. They'll try to get the 2-point conversion here and make it a 3-point game.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Houston offense once again. To throw, it's Otis. Finds his tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Yeah, nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Steps away to find some room. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. Houston sends the punt team onto the field. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Fair catch is brought in at the 43, and they are set up nicely. So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. They'll start this drive going to the air. Back open in the middle. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Trying play action. Throws for the tight end. He makes the catch. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle. They've got it at the 36 on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Makes the catch. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Dropping back, it's Fields. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders! An epic comeback. They'll talk about this one forever if they can hold on, but they're on top right now.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
It'll be 3rd and long. Might be calling a hot route. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. It's complete to the right. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. They just keep throwing him the ball, this time on the slant.
No doubt, and you've seen it with the slant. You've seen other routes. Every route he's running, he's good. He seems to be open, so I'm going to continue to pick at this matchup every chance I get.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Oh, he's got some space. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. They get him stopped after a pickup of 5 to the 28.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to him and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way, then I'll throw the football.
And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stopped him short of the marker. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. This is not a straight-on kick, a 42-yarder from the right hash. And that one took everything he had to sneak it over the crossbar inside the left upright. And with that, they've taken the lead. Returner's going to try to see what he can get. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. All wideouts, no backs. Looking to throw, it's Fields. Fires complete on the crosser. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. The Red Raiders can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Shakes off the defender. It's a fumble.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football, and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again, and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
They'll try to get the first through the air. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. And the Red Raiders have it with a 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
That's a bang-bang play, 3-step slant. They rep this over and over in practice so they can go out and execute it on game day like that.
Under fire. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. The Red Raiders send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. Pulls it, fired complete. Breaks into the open. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll leave it with him. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And this D needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. 3rd and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
And the slant is really a difficult route to defend against if you're a DB in man coverage, especially when you have no help on the inside. So if you're the offense and you continue seeing that coverage, you might as well keep attacking it just like that.
And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Snap to the back. Got some room in under the goal line. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Houston. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
Texas Tech, 22.
And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. They make the tackle, but not before he finishes off this third period with a big play. That's the end of the quarter, and Houston has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. They go back to work in the final period of this one. On the run, it's Savage. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. They come to the line, facing 3rd and long from the 25. Looking for a man, it's Fields. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. They absolutely had to have that 3rd down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the 3rd down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll go to the ground. His junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it's squarely
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that one is picked up in the end zone. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And some guys just have a knack of finding the football, and he is one of them. Like, you can just tell when the ball's in the air, he's like, that is mine. His second big game-changing play in this football game.
The give to the back. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Here's a heat. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
How about that critical moment in the fourth quarter? He hasn't really had a lot of success on the ground, but you put the ball in his hands. It's a pass play. You want to throw it, but he makes a very good decision. He tucks it. He gets the first down. That's a big-time play in the fourth quarter by this quarterback.
They'll go to work on 2nd down after doing damage on the ground. The give to the tailback. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got a lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Give to the running back. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
He wants to change this route. Gives it on the option. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple of weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Oh, they're after him. Wide open downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
And this offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in this football game.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Running back searching for a hole. A pickup of 8 now to convert this 3rd and 2. And the Red Raiders moving quickly to the line. Back to throw, it's Fields. Right down the middle. Working that left side. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33.
Well, trailing like they are right now in the 4th quarter, their execution offensively is just going to have to be at a premium. You can't afford a lot of incompletions at this point. Everybody is going to need to be on the same page moving forward.
He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. From the red zone, looking for a man. And he's got it! Touchdown, Red Raiders!
That is such a great job by the offense, putting together a touchdown drive when they needed it most. Not a lot of time left to go, but if their defense can get them the ball back, they've got an opportunity to kick a field goal and walk out of here with the win.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Butler. There he goes. They bring him down, but that's why you give him that wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays.
Timeout, Texas Tech.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
Wouldn't be surprised to see them go right back to the run on 2nd down and maybe put this thing away. On the move. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. Direct snap. They will stop him short, and the defense trying to keep him alive. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on 4th down. He didn't get there. They'll turn it over on downs, and now they've got a chance to pull out the game.
And the offense goes for the knockout punch. They wanted to get the first.
Coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied and the timeout is gone. Looking to pass, it's Fields. Throws to the tight end. Working the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Clock is still running and they have to get everybody lined up. Looking to throw on first down. He's going to run it. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Looking to fire. Throws to the back. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
Man, this late in the game, it's go time. I got to have a score. I'm not worried about downs. I'm going through my 2-minute script. We know what's coming. We practiced this all week.
He'll take a shot. And he was going for the touchdown there, and they couldn't make the connection. And they are coming out for what will be a huge field goal attempt. We are getting deep in the game, and this is for the lead. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. They take the lead, just over a minute to go, and now, guys, the challenge, try to stay on top. And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Wants to go up top on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Sanford. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Remember, all they have to do is get it close enough for a field goal here. Wants to fire on second down. Quickly out to the tight end. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Tight end now in motion. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the wideout. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
And he's brought down after a nice gain. Really need to use this tempo effectively and get a little closer for the kicker. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, that one fell incomplete, but they know they're only one big completion away here from getting that field goal they need so bad. They have time to get a first down, clock it, or use the sideline to stop the clock and put them in position to win this game.
And he's chased out of bounds, but not before he gets the first down, stops the clock, and has them on the move trying to get the late score. All the plays, all the plans, all the schemes, and it will be decided on this kick. Nestled just inside that right upright. That was a spontaneous combustion of a celebration of the sidelines, and wait to see what happens if they can hold on for a few more seconds. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They put the brakes on him, but a good return out to the 36.
Will take over. First and 10.
They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive.
42 Spider. 42 Spider.
Dropping back, it's Fields. Hit as he throws. Ball falls to the turf. The final pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for this one. A hostile environment can have a major impact on even the most composed, well-prepared team. So how much did the crowd play a factor in this upset?
Well, this is what makes college football so great, the home crowd and how they were able to impact this game. No doubt about it, David. They played a big factor.
And they're still jacked up, and they're still excited. They play a big factor, and it affects everything. College football, road atmospheres, they're tough. Even when the team isn't ranked like they weren't today, these are the types of moments that can jump up and bite you.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.